People in Eugene are joining a national movement tonight calling on lawmakers to pass tighter gun laws. KZI 9 News reporter Grace Smith shares the story of one shooting survivor who says this matter could affect generations to come.
The pouring rain didn't put a damper on the hundreds of people who gathered at the federal courthouse in Eugene Saturday. Activists were seen wearing orange, holding signs and chanting for tighter gun reform laws.
We just want to make sure that people know that, we don't necessarily want to take away everyone's right to have guns. We aren't looking to do that, but we do need safe gun reform so that, we're preventing so many gun suicides and so many mass shootings.
Piper Everts goes to Spencer Butte Middle School and is one of the students who organized the March for Our Lives in Eugene.
We want people to be safe with their guns.
This nationwide march comes nearly 3 weeks after the Uvalde Elementary School shooting. I spoke with one woman today who knows exactly how traumatizing a school shooting is. She was a teacher at Thurston High School back in 1998 when a gunman opened fire, injuring 25, killing 2 just after he killed his parents.
I came out in part in memory of my cousin, Michael Nicolason, and also of all the students that got injured at Thurston High School.
Eugene resident Rachel Beckley Rich says her cousin was one of the students who died. She was one of the first people treating wounded students after the shots were fired. The horror from that day still haunts her.
I ended up wheeling somebody into the cafeteria for more urgent medical care, and that's when I came across my cousin who was dead on the floor. And I covered his body with a coat.
She says she had to pretend her cousin wasn't there because the students around him needed urgent care.
2/3 of the kids that were wounded had been my students or were my students. So we were pretty close.
She grew up hunting and says she respects the Second Amendment, but says we need tighter gun laws, especially when it comes to young people.
I think it's ridiculous that an 18-year-old who would be supervised in the Army and read the Riot Act for mishandling a machine gun would be allowed to buy a semi-automatic AR-15.
She's also fighting for stronger background checks and hopes schools will be a safer place for future generations. Reporting in Eugene, Grace Smith, KZI 9 News.